welcome to Automotive Influencer Stories, a podcast series from Bosch which gets under the hood of the vehicle aftermarket. Today we talk about diagnostics. Well, modern cars are getting more and more complicated. It's getting difficult for workshops and mechanics to find out where exactly the issues lie in your car. And hence, Bosch has a solution called ESI tronic diagnostic software. This solution helps you understand where, or helps you find where the issue is lying in a very quick and effective way. And to talk more about ESI tronic, we have with us today Florian Lenge, Senior Product Manager, ESI tronic. Hi, Florian.
Hi, Pallavi.
So, Florian, please, can you explain to me what exactly is ESI tronic?
Sure. ESI tronic is our latest diagnostic software from Bosch, which helps independent workshops to carry out maintenance work, to do repairs, to do diagnostics. We cover around 150 makes, and the latest software also incorporates a lot of electric and hybrid vehicles to make sure that we also cover the modern day vehicle park.
But ESI tronic has been there since a while, right? Since 1970s, if I'm not wrong. So what has changed and evolved over more than half a century now in terms of software and the system?
So ESI tronic is older than me. We started in 1976, right? In the 90s, we then moved to real software running on Windows. It was a thing back then. Windows was starting up and everybody was looking at Windows. So we had to go to Windows. It was the software back in the days. I was 8 in 1990. But then in the 2000s, we opened up ESI tronic for the independent aftermarket. Before it was a thing for Bosch car services only. Okay. And in 2000, we opened that up for the whole market. In 2003, then we moved from CDs to DVDs.
Oh, wow.
Sounds ancient now, but back in the days, it was the only way to deliver the big databases, the big amount of data to our customers. And in 2024, we did the latest changes to our ESI tronic software. We kind of started an evolution of the product to bring it into a modern day software.
So tell me, Florian, what sets Bosch's ESI tronic apart from its competitors? You know, there are many different solutions out there nowadays. What sets Bosch ESI tronic apart?
ESI tronic has 4 main pillars which make it unique. The first pillar is the core product where you can do your diagnostics. You can look at maintenance schedules, wiring diagrams, set values. We have specific step-by-step instructions for almost every car. We have a huge database of known fixes. The second pillar is the integration of the secure diagnostics access. Since some years, the cars have been locked up, so you cannot communicate anymore with them without having a certificate from the manufacturer. And we have one of the biggest coverages in the market to access every car that is locked. The third pillar is the integration of the original documents. That means you have a huge set of documents from VW, Audi, BMW, Mercedes, and the list goes on. And these documents are the same, wiring diagrams, manuals, welding points, that the manufacturer's workshop has access to. So we bring the whole documents from the manufacturer's workshop into every independent garage with ESI tronic.
Oh, that's a real asset here.
There. It's amazing. And that's also something really unique. You can buy those separately, but there's nobody integrating that into a whole solution currently. And the fourth pillar is When all this that I mentioned currently doesn't help anymore, you can then access the remote diagnostics capability. So you can flash, you can update, you can diagnose the car with the help of the remote mechanic, which uses your device to connect to the car and then really do the stuff that is not possible with EasyTronic, or where you stop, where you can't move on anymore. That's the four pillars: the core EasyTronic, the secure diagnostics functionality, the original documents, and the deep remote diagnostics integration with using the Bosch device.
This is amazing. So remotely, someone can fix my car, which is in the workshop, and even flash the ECU or something.
And we also specialize to do that on almost any brand. In the past, it was the case when you figured out ECU needed an update, right? You would have to take this car, call the original workshop, make an appointment, bring the car over there, wait for 1 or 2 days, pay what they charge for a software update, get back the car. And that's such a process that takes so much time and is expensive. And now you just use EasyTronic, put it in your workshop, create a ticket, done.
Amazing. I already understand a bit why EasyTronic can reach out and fix and diagnose so many vehicles for very different workshops out there. But could you elaborate a little bit more? What is the unique selling point of EasyTronic, which enables it to diagnose a vast range of vehicles in a vast range of workshops out there?
It's our coverage combined with those four pillars, right? So we cover a lot of vehicles, and we do a lot of updates to make sure that always the latest technology and cars are supported within EasyTronic. We also take a lot of care about electric and hybrid vehicles. So the latest addition to our portfolio in EasyTronic is Tesla. We integrated Tesla like no one did before. So in EasyTronic, you really get an OE level access to Tesla cars. That's a very unique situation where we are currently the only independent aftermarket provider having such an access, like really on an OE level, diagnostics and manuals. We did that also together with Tesla, and now you have this functionality in EasyTronic.
So if I'm a Tesla driver, I do not necessarily have to look for a Tesla workshop. I can go to any workshop equipped with EasyTronic and get my Tesla fixed.
That is the case.
But vehicle owners are getting more and more confused with modern cars. They're called connected, they're called software-defined vehicles, and so on. So I would like you to give me a concrete example how EasyTronic works and helps a modern-day car.
Sure. The first thing you do, even if it's an old car or a modern car, you go in the workshop, you read out the fault codes. Based on the fault codes, EasyTronic will tell you, we have a known fix for this car. We have a step-by-step guidance. So we really guide you through the process. We have currently about 1.7 million known fixes for cars. That means on some cars, things seem to happen always, and it always has the same reason. So we created an AI that notifies us when on specific cars, some problems happen in the internet, right? We get the notification that our authors look at the problem and will create an answer, a repair to this issue. So we use AI to detect the issues, and then our Bosch authors create fixes for that. That's also inside EasyTronic. So that will be the process: read out the fault codes, look at the known fixes, and then get a step-by-step guidance how to really find the defective part. And then you order your part. And then with original documents, we also give you the information how to get the part out of the car, how to fit the car back again, how to do the updates, how to relearn the process. So really from start to beginning when the car leaves the workshop again.
So you're constantly learning and you're already prepared for with the fix before the issue happens in the vehicle.
It saves so much time if you know on that car, if that's the issue, that is very likely the problem.
Yeah. As a vehicle owner, as a driver, it's really time saving for me because any downtime, I cannot bring my kid to school. I need my car. So this is really, really valuable for
you will get your car faster and your bill will also be like way less if the workshop doesn't spend like 10 hours or like 1 hour.
Exactly. I'm just thinking a little bit in the future. What else are you guys up to? What else can I expect can we await from ESI in the future?
So in the nearer future, we are working on our navigation concept and the way how you look at documents. So today, when you do a repair, you go in the one document, you work on your stuff, you go back, you go in another document. In the future, it will be possible to look at it in parallel, like in a browser, in tabs. You can work on the wiring diagram while having the manual open, while having the set values open, while having the diagnostics open. So you can always switch from one to another, which really suits the working process. Because when you fix a car, you have a lot of documents which you need for one repair and one diagnostics.
So you can look at them while repairing the car.
That's, I think, the closest change we're going to do for ESI. When we look more in the future, cars are currently rapidly changing with the software-defined vehicle. And the software-defined vehicle will also bring a new diagnostic standard with them. Cars will more turn into PCs and databases where you talk to them like a database over an API. It's called SOVD, Service-Oriented Vehicle Diagnostics. There's a working group currently defining this standard, how future diagnostics works. And we're part of this working group with several manufacturers. And this is also to make sure that our ESI will be able to cover the latest technology, the newest cars. We as Bosch are always developing the newest thing for the manufacturer themselves. That means we have the knowledge about the technology that will arrive in the next years in the whole car park, so we can integrate them already into diagnostics of ESI.
Amazing. Florian, it looks like you're already looking one step ahead into the future and preparing your diagnostic solution for the future. Thank you so much, Florian. It was great discussing with you.
Thank you for having me. I had a good time.
That's it for this episode. To hear more from our experts, do not forget to check out the podcasts from Automotive Influencer Stories by Bosch.